it seems that people focus, or at least the younger generation focuses on a more federal scale. They think to get their voice heard, they have to win these bigger elections. But can either of you talk a bit on the value of municipal, smaller local elections and why, in comparison to the overwhelming focus on these characters that we see in wider politics, how it can value to work within your community, like simply just local elections, whatever?
I think people, obviously, people are hyper focused on the federal government, and I think we always encourage government being done on the local level and saying that it starts all at the grassroots level and starts with the local elections. Those elections are very important because it does take up a large part of your life in terms of boards of ed, boards of finance, your roads getting fixed. But people are missing the importance of state government. And there's no better example to show why state government is so important than what's happening right now with the government shutdown. Mm-hmm. We're getting millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in cuts. People are not getting paid. Folks laid off, museums shut down, TSA, the airports are a nightmare. We have nearly 360,000 people in the state of Connecticut out of the population of 3.5 million that are facing detrimental needs in terms of losing access to SNAP benefits, so they won't be able to eat. And the local government can't fill in where the federal government's losing and cutting. The local government's economies can't depend on that. It's the state government that can step in to help offset some of those worries. And we're right here in that moment of trying to figure out how do we offset all of these different cuts and losses that we have. And so if you are seeing that your local government's doing what they're supposed to do on the local side, but the federal government is not doing enough, the state government is that book in the middle of the bookends that's really pulling the lever and making the difference. And that's why it's more important than either of the two.